In this video, I'm going to show you how to make healthy, gluten-free oatmeal white chocolate chip walnut cookies. And what makes these cookies so special is that they are made with allulose, which is a rare sugar that is found in figs and kiwis and raisins. But what's really exciting about allulose, it's calorie-free, but it also tastes great, it tastes sweet, and let me tell you guys, these cookies are delicious. They're healthy and delicious. So come along with me, we'll make these cookies together, and I'll even share with you substitutions to make them completely vegan as well. So let's get started making these healthy and delicious cookies. I'm Zanana Rose, and this is Natural Living with Zanana, where I share information, tips, and product reviews, and even sometimes my favorite recipes to help you live a more healthy, sustainable, natural, and non-toxic lifestyle. So let's get right into it with this video, guys. First thing we're going to do is mix together the dry ingredients. I like to make my own gluten-free flour that is based on minimalist bakers' recipes, and I will put a link to that down in the description. So I have made this flour ahead of time. The first thing that we're going to add is 1.5 cups of this gluten-free flour. So next we will add some baking soda. I've got 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and we have 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. I like a little spice in my cookies. I don't know about you guys, but that's the way I like it. A little cinnamon and nutmeg makes them taste so delicious. I like Bob's Red Mill oats, and not too thick. You've got to get just the regular oats so that they're not too chewy. So we'll put this into our dry ingredients as well. And then we'll go ahead and mix this together in the bowl until it's nicely mixed up. So there we have it. And next in this bowl, we're going to mix the wet ingredients. And first off, to this bowl, we will add 1.5 sticks of melted butter. Now this is where you can substitute coconut oil if you would rather make this recipe vegan. The butter is an important part to making this recipe super delicious. Any type of fat is what is going to help you have a delicious cookie in the end. So next to this, we are going to add 1 tablespoon of milk. I'm using cashew milk that I made in my almond cow. So 1 tablespoon of cashew milk into the wet ingredients. And then along with that, we will add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. So there we've got the butter, the vanilla, and 1 tablespoon of milk. We'll whisk that just a little bit. And now we're going to add the allulose. Like we said, this is a calorie-free sweetener, which is making these a lower calorie, lower carb cookie, not completely keto and not completely carb-free, but just less carbs, less processed sugar. And here we go, adding that to the bowl. My husband and I find that this type of sugar, the allulose, actually makes us feel better after eating cookies. So that's why we like to eat homemade baked goods with allulose. You then get to fulfill your sweet tooth, and at the same time, you still get to have a nice sweet treat. If you wanted to make these a little bit more paleo, obviously they would still have the oats. You could use a paleo flour instead of a gluten-free flour. And by the way, if you don't want to make your own gluten-free flour blend, then I recommend Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 baking flour. This is very similar. It has a little more white rice than brown rice. This recipe has a higher brown rice content, which I think is a little healthier than white rice, but this is a very good substitution if you don't have everything you need and would prefer just to buy something at the store. So then, last but not least, to the wet ingredients, we are going to add this egg, and I'm going to whisk it up just a little bit here, and we'll pour it into the wet ingredients. And if you wanted to make this vegan, again, you could go ahead and substitute this egg with a flax egg or a chia egg or another egg substitute. So now we're mixing the egg into our wet ingredients. This looks perfect, very good consistency. So we're going to go ahead and add this to our dry ingredients now. So there we have wet ingredients in with the dry ingredients. I'm just gonna mix this up here. Smells like cinnamon and nutmeg. It smells delicious. So we're mixing this up, getting it well blended here. And then to this, once we get it well blended, we're going to add the walnuts and the white chocolate chips. Now I choose white chocolate chips because I am pretty sensitive to chocolate. It actually has enough caffeine in it that it bothers me and gives me a little bit of insomnia at night. So if you have insomnia, that is one thing you may want to try, is cutting out chocolate. So instead of chocolate chip cookies, I like to make a cookie with white chocolate chips instead. And the chocolate chips that I choose are the Lily's brand. These are sweetened with stevia. So again, we're doing basically no sugar in these cookies, or a calorie-free type of sweetener, basically. So there we go. The dough looks great. And to this, we're going to add 2/3 to 1 cup of walnuts, or you can use pecans. You could even use macadamia nuts in this recipe. That would go really nicely with the white chocolate chips. So here we're going to add the white chocolate chips. These are so delicious, you guys. Wait till the end when you see these cookies and when you see me taste them. They're so, so good. I've been working on this recipe and perfecting it, and I think I have the perfect recipe now. I can't wait until you try it and let me know what you think down in the comment section. Okay, so it's well mixed. Now we're going to put it on the cookie sheet with parchment paper, and we're gonna put it in the oven, and we're gonna bake them for about 12 minutes. Now, before we bake these cookies, we are actually gonna go ahead and put the dough in the refrigerator for about 15 to 30 minutes, because that helps it to solidify a little bit more, makes it a little easier to scoop onto the cookie sheet, and also helps with the baking process, making them a good chewy cookie. So once that's all finished, I'll be back here with a perfect cookie to show you at the end. So I'll be back after they're done baking. Okay guys, so let's check our cookies. But before we do, I just want to say, if you are enjoying this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Definitely hit the subscribe button so that you can be a part of this natural living community. And be sure to hit the little bell too, so that you get notified of every single episode that comes out. So I'm just going to check the cookies here. The thing about cookies is you want to make sure that you don't let them cook too long. We want them to be ooey and gooey, and this looks just about right. They look browned for sure, but they're not overdone. So I'm going to take them out. The other thing about these white chocolate chips is they get kind of caramely, and they're delicious, you guys, once they're cooked. So I'm going to remove the cookies, we're going to let them cool, and then we will taste them next. So here we have it, delicious, healthy oatmeal, white chocolate chip, walnut cookies, gluten-free, baked with allulose. So good, you guys. Here they are. Let's taste one. They're very soft and delicious. So tasty, so good. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit the little like button, subscribe if this is the type of information that you like, and be sure to hit the little bell so that you get notified of every single episode. Thanks for stopping by, friends. I'll see you in the next video, and I wish you all the very best of health. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.